So can anyone guess what I'm about to do? I have cellophane on my one eyebrow and not on the other ones. And you guessed it, I'm going to tattoo my own eyebrows on my face here at my studio. Before I jump into this, I'm going to explain that this is not a tutorial. I'm not teaching anyone how to do microblading. I am a licensed professional tattoo artist. That's a new thing. And I'm doing this video just to kind of help potential clients understand what the process is like, what to expect, what not to expect, how it's going to feel. That's why I'm numbed only one eyebrow versus not doing this one. So I'm going to get set up and I'll be back in just a minute. So with microblading, what you're going to be doing is, what you're going to be getting done is you're going to make individual strokes on your eyebrows of hair that's tattooed. The tool looks something like this. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a little set of needles on a little stick, and you use this to draw individual hairs on the eyebrow. So this is an angle tip. There is also a where am I? There's a U-tip. Not gonna be using that one today. I don't think so. And then I have a micro tip as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get gloved up. I've got my setup here, and I'm going to basically go to town. Again, I've numbed this eyebrow. You should feel, out of a scale of 1 to 10 on the pain scale, you should feel about a 3. And then I'm gonna do it on this eyebrow, not numbed, and so that'll probably be around a 7. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse of this so you can kind of see the whole process. And so this is mine before, and we'll do the process and I'll do the after. Okay, so a little update. I just did my right eyebrow for my first pass. I'm gonna go over it a couple more times. I've got ink on it sitting right now. And I just did one stroke on my left eyebrow and it really fucking hurts. So this eyebrow, I felt basically nothing, which kind of grossed me out because I know that I'm cutting my skin open. But it was fairly comfortable. And this one, I just did a couple strokes and I definitely feel, let's just give you a real-time thing. Okay, let's go here. Yep, that is full pain. I really regret not lidocating my other eyebrow, but it is what it is. And right here where I'm starting, that is the most painful part. My eye is actually starting to water. You have these nerve endings right here that are a lot more sensitive, so it's usually the hardest part to numb up, and I can definitely feel it all. So I'm going to continue with another time lapse on my left eyebrow. Just wanted to give you a little update. Little progress. You can see they're starting to take more shape. I've got ink all over my face. That one's setting right there, but you can see they're starting to become a lot more symmetrical. So I'm going to keep working. The lidocaine is starting to wear off on this one, so I'm starting to feel a lot more. I might go through and do a lidocaine bath on myself. But yeah, update. I'm probably only going to do a couple more passes and call it a day because this is something that needs to, in my opinion, be built upon. And also, it's starting to hurt, so stay tuned. Final step here, and I am just going through and letting my ink sit. I've cut all I want to cut today because I think I'm done with it. So I'm gonna have to scrub all this into my little cuts that I've done. Again, this is not a tutorial. I'm not teaching how to do this at home. But, so the process was coming for your consultation. Then we're going to book the appointment. We're going to numb your brows, and then we're going to start the process of the feather stroke or the microblade. And then after it's done, we're going to let this ink sit for 10 to 20 minutes, depending on what the manufacturer brand says. And then what we're going to do is wipe it off, and we're going to follow up with all the aftercare. So I'll be back here in just about probably 15 minutes, and I will wipe it off and show you the grand reveal. All right, time's up. Here we go. Watch my lock. Oh God, it's so stuck on my face. Look at that shit. It looks good, doesn't it? So again, don't try this at home. I am just going to dry rub as much ink as I can off, and then I'm going to go through with the final step, which is this little thing called a styptic. It burns like wildfire, but what it helps do is it helps lock in the cuts, kind of shut them. The process of microblading, it's slightly different than a tattoo, because the way that it comes out of your skin is by bleeding. So what we're going to be doing is using the styptic to stop any sort of bleeding that might be happening and help lock in that ink. There are some aftercare procedures you need to know. You can't get them wet for a while. You need to make sure that you're not putting makeup on them, not exfoliating them, staying out of the sun. Again, when you come in for your appointments, your microblading artist or myself will fully explain all the do's and don'ts, you know, with them. I think that these look pretty boss, right? They're always going to look a little darker than what you expect, because like any tattoo, it has to heal and all that stuff. But I'm going to finish getting the rest of this ink off and then do a little styptic, and I'll give you a final close-up. I want to show you this part. I'm doing the styptic right now. I just did this brow, so that's what it's going to look like. Nice and clean. This shit fucking hurts. Oh! I feel like I'm at home alone. Oh my God, that really hurts. You know, if you anyone who have a tattoo, the final cleaning that they do with the little, I think it's called green soap and water, this hurts worse than that. Oh, my eyebrow is on fire. But anyways, that's what my brows look like after I tattooed them on my face just now. The whole process took maybe, for me, took probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's how long I've condensed this video from. Can take longer depending on how much you need. Ow, that really hurts. But good thing is it's done. So yeah, the process can take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours depending on what you're needing. Also how long it takes you to get numbed up. Price ranges from anywhere from $300 to $600, again, depending on what you're needing. This should last you 1 to 2 years is what I'm going to say. I recommend usually a 6 to 12 months touch-up to kind of just redefine that. And if you change your hair, you can warm them up, you can cool them down. Like the cool thing about it is it's a semi-permanent tattoo. It's low commitment, so there is no huge risk in having your eyebrows tattooed on forever, because eyebrow trends change just like any trend. So again, I'm going to do a close-up on Instagram of before and after photos of my right and my left brow, and you guys can see it. And if you need to get your brows tattooed on, you can find me at Mosaic Salon Groups. Patent Hair Studio is my studio. It's called Studio 5. It's in Ballard in Seattle, Washington. You can go on www.patenthairstudio.com for consultations and booking. You can't online microblade schedule online. Does that make sense? You have to do a consultation first. So you can schedule that online. And for anything else, you can find me on my website. So anyways, have fun. See ya.